Welcome to this short presentation on Route Master's three functionalities or three main cases. We're going to start by showing you these elements here. So just Route Master is a software for administrating or managing the outside plant or DCIM or data center infrastructure. So as an overview here, we're having, in this specific case, we're having an outside plant setting where we're having some buildings, two buildings. This rack shouldn't be there. And we're having three buildings and a fiber connection. We're also going to cover rack management here, how to manage racks. And the final thing that we're going to check or to see is how to work with office plan, just an office building here, and how to work with it, how to create connections from these outlets. We're having here these outlets in this 2D office plan connected. We want to connect these outlets to this rack over here that is having some patch panels. Okay, so those three cases, data center or outside plant, data center, and the office plan. Okay, so let's get on to it. So well, that's just very quickly, just this software is a hierarchical software, so that means I can go through elements. I can drill down on elements and I can see what they have inside of it. So we can have like limitless amount of levels for that. Second, we are having here the layers. That's to control, for example, like the names of the elements or the names of the links. I can make them appear, disappear, and so on. Just the fields. Those are the fields. Number three, this is the most important. Is the model. So we divide the elements into four models. So we have the icons, the racks, devices, and links. So what is an icon? An icon is just a simple element, for example, a computer, that I can drag and drop. So I drag and drop here in this map view, and once it's created, I can drill down and check what is inside. So the icons, they don't have anything inside, so you can create whatever you wish to create inside them. So you can create your logic there. Okay, so the second one, the second element is the rack. So rack is like so I can also drag and drop. The rack is like a icon, but when we drill down, we can see that it has something, right? It has the containers. It has containers with their units. So I can, the good thing, or the function of this is that can I install devices, which is the third element. I can install devices in the containers, as I'm doing right now. So that's the third element I already showed you. So I can enter in devices and I can see the ports in them, and the properties of the ports. Let's see, this is the property, these are the properties. So I can see it's port 2, model is port, and so on. Those properties are customizable. But there is another tool here that I can use. It's this one on the right menu, the first tool, detail view. So if I click on one device or one element, it's going to show me what is inside. If I click on it and it shows me, for example, this rack, what is inside of it. Okay, so let's delete this. I will get this deleted. Okay, so those are the three first elements, and the last one is the links. That's the model, one of the four models or that we are going to check or that are core for this software. So for example, what is a link? A link is a connection between two of these elements. Could be an icon, a rack, a device, but a port, as I showed you before. We can also connect ports with links. So I selected two elements and I can create connections between them. So the link is also a model that has some characteristics. So this one, for example, I can see the detailed view of this link, and it's just one single strand, let's say, of a link. But there are other types of links depending on what do we want to represent. For example, I can show you this one, the 12 strands link. If I click inside it, or if I see the detail view, then it's going to show me this section view of the link with the strands, and the strands have their own properties here. Let me open this property setting, and then I can see the properties of each strand. So it's having 12 fiber inside. Okay, that's the last element. Let's delete it. Okay, so let's check another element here. This is for the outside plant. I'm entering here in this. This is an outdoor type optic cabinet, fiber optic cabinet. So where we can centralize, so we can have the connections of the fiber coming and the ones going. As I want to show you here, so the cabinet is having this. Let's say this layout. So it's having all these cards connected, and if I can also drill down in the card and see what are the connections. So I'm seeing that I'm having 12 connections here. So a connection, I know the strand is connected to something because I see these dots here, these colorful dots. So likewise, if I want to see the connections, the fiber termination, I can use this tool here. So right click on the cabinet and I can check the fiber termination. So I see it in this. There are two fiber optics entering in this. So one from this side, one from this side. That's that you could see evidently. So there is one coming from the manhole, and I'm having these connections here, and the one going from the cabinet to a local port, which is this one here. So I can create terminations, I can create connections here. For example, from the fiber termination 2 of that specific fiber, I can create a connection. I didn't select it. And I can connect things, so I can splice the different fiber to the ports that I am having in that cabinet. Let's come here to the rack. So I'm having this ODF or fiber optic patch panel. I enter and I'm having a card installed, and likewise I can see the connections that are being done inside it. So I'm having this fiber that is coming to this patch panel to the first card, and I see there is one connection here. So let's see if that's true. Let's make another connection. Termination. So I'm connecting the fiber strand 2 to the slot port 2. Let's see. Okay, so I'm having these two connections here. All right. So that's for a little bit of the rack and data center. And I want to show you that we can also install, as I showed you before, we can install different devices here in the rack. In this case, I'm having some servers connected, which I can drill down as well. And I can have a more detailed view of what is connected to this server, I need to click to the server, and then I see what are the connections, or directly connected to what. So this server is connected to this switch here, and I can also see, if I click on the ODF, I see the connection that I was showing you before. It's going through the street, the outside plant, going through these manholes, gets to another outdoor cabinet, and then it goes to this other ODF. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the final thing, which is the office plan. This is the office plan, so we have this 2D representation. So I can click on it in the fifth floor, and I have this view. So in this view, we can see that we have a 2D representation of the floor, and we see a bunch of outlets. These are outlets here. I'm having these outlets, but also I'm having some trays here. These are the trays in which the cables are going through. So right now these outlets are not having any cables. So we want to use our tools here to install cables coming from this rack here, these patch panels, to each port in the outlet. By the way, each outlet has 2 ports. This is 1 and 2. Go back. Okay, let's do it. So I select the one outlet with the right bottom, and then I select all the types of outlets. I'll do it again, all types. So I would like to copy them, and then select this rack and choose cable. So that's for connection, cable connection. So I have 2 options. I have port connection and object connection. I want to connect the ports inside, not the object itself. So it opens this view in which I have two sides here. So in one side I am having the outlets. Each one of them is an outlet, and it has 2 ports. So I want to connect each one of these ports to one port in the patch panel. So I'm having 96 ports here, and I want to find the patch panels here. So patch panels are having 24 ports. I select them all. Select them all, 24. Select all the 24. We're having 74, 72. And now 96. So okay, so we're having one-on-one connection here from each port in the outlet to one port in the patch panel that I showed you before. Here we choose the link, so we're going to choose RJ45. Connection type sequential connect, and we connect. Alright, so the connection is being made. I don't need that tool anymore. So I see the connection is looking, it's just connecting directly straight from the rack directly to the outlet. So I need to fix that. So I select all the whatever is inside here, all the links, and I right click cable laying, and I will auto lay in the cable. So what is this doing? What it's doing is getting all the cables and putting them inside the outlets. So when I hover on one outlet, let's say this on one tray, put it inside the trays. When I hover on one tray, I can see the different cables, how they're being laid inside the tray. Okay, if I go to the rack here, I can also use the same tool, right click cable laying, auto laying, and it will set the cables properly for me. Enter in the patch panel, and we see the cable connections there, and the cable connections here, and this is connecting directly to an outlet, a port in the outlet. Alright, so which outlet was that? Was this one? When I go back, I see the outlet which is blinking in red. So another tool that we have, and well, actually I showed you this one, is the link connection. So I'm having the connection from this patch panel to this outlet. So I can also use this specific labels here to go to the elements that I need to go. So for example, the 5th floor, I go here, I know it's this device, it'll take me to the device, that one, and the port. If I would like to go to the port, I just double click on the port and it'll take me to this port. Alright, so well, this is a short overview of the functions, some functions, and some study cases for the software. Hope you got some insights and enjoyed it. So thank you very much. See you next time.